Everything is known in comparison. Only after suffering a person can realize the value of what is ordinary and habitual. So in 2011, having suffered to the fullest, decided to radically change my life and moved to live in a country house. There I felt my absolute freedom. No need to run anywhere. I do not owe anything to anyone. This is my life, and it belongs only to me. I woke up in the morning, opened my eyes and understood. I am happy. I liked everything. Absolutely everything that surrounded me. Everything touched and pleased me. And this state did not go away. I thank the Creator for everything that I have, for what was happening to me. This communication became a part of my life. I consulted with Him, joked and lived as if He was present next to me. I felt absolutely loved and protected. I lived in consistently high vibrations on the same wavelength with my higher self. Soon I had a kitten. I was looking for a name for it, but I didn't like any of them. And the name Cassandra kept spinning in my head. I started thinking, Cassandra for a kitten? It's not right at all. And then I catch a wave of my higher self, where I receive information that Cassandra is me, and then information that I am Mother Matrona. Of course, I'm used to believing my higher self, but this time the information was so incredible that I doubted whether it was my delusional thoughts. And I said to Him, if this is true, somehow prove it to me. Let me understand, believe. And I thought to myself, how will He prove it to me? And then I was flooded with such tender love, such high vibrations that tears simply gushed out. It felt like He embraced me with His love. I sobbed and could not stop. I said, I understood everything. I believe. Thank you. It was an indescribable experience. I think everyone has ever experienced tears of joy and happiness that are impossible to hold back. It was a very similar state, only more powerful. When I calmed down, I began to think. It turns out that Matrona is the reincarnation of Cassandra's things. And I am the reincarnation of Matrona. In essence, this is the same spirit, only in different manifestations. Now is the time when all the great and holy ones have already reincarnated and live among us, because it is not interesting for a living consciousness to be in a state of plasma, in an endless black void. There is no development. I personally know the reincarnation of Saint Nicholas the Wonder Worker. He is very similar to his image from the icons. He treats religion with trepidation. He regularly visits his favorite church. His name is Nikolai, and his last name reflects the word relics. I also know the reincarnation of Van Gogh. He is a painter and cannot imagine himself without painting. Outwardly, he is also like a double of his predecessor. His last name is consonant with the previous combination, Van Gogh and Vanov, Ivanov. By the way, the last name with which a person came to incarnation is a huge hint, if you decipher it. The experience of previous lives is stored in the subconscious. So in the next incarnation, interest and abilities in the work that a person did in a previous life are manifested. It is possible that you are also someone's reincarnation. There are many saints and great people on earth. We are already in other bodies, but people continue to worship the bones of the previous body. The relics certainly emit high vibrations because, as we already know, everything living and non-living are just forms of consciousness. But think about how much energy is in the relics, and how much is in the living avatar of the Creator Himself. The relics are for those people who are not yet ready for awakening. The relics work only for those who fanatically believe in them. From my first video, we know that each person creates his own reality, even if he does not know about it. But it is easier for people to believe in other people than in themselves. And by worshipping the relics, a person begins to believe that now everything will come true for him. What we believe in, we create. Although a person will think that everything happened thanks to the relics. While you worship someone, you will not discover yourself. The time for worship has passed. Remember yourself. Each of us is a consciousness that plays with different avatars.